machine builder and a custom builder himself, and his wife Carrie very plugged into the scene. And man, some serious iron going on over here.
Yeah, it's amazing, the talent. There is seriously the best hot rods on the planet are here in Columbus this weekend.
Definitely, couldn't agree more. Jimmy Day, Optima Batteries. Your thoughts, Jimmy?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And as John said, the bar gets raised higher and higher every year. And for me, I'm just glad I don't have to pick one.
Me neither. I'm not involved in that business. It's too hard. If we could get all the owners, builders, and representatives for the cars to come on down, and we'll give you guys a quick interview, and then we will get to the business of crowning the winner. So come on down, everybody. Everybody that's involved with the cars, and Tim, I'll let you take it from here.
Okay, everybody says try to keep it short, but everybody knows me with a microphone, I can talk about cars all day long. I've actually been on the autocross. I announce a lot of autocross events for Goodguys, so I've been kind of out there this weekend watching these cars go around the autocross. I think Goodguys deserves a round of applause to have these cars out there on the autocross. 2 laps, they all ran, not one breakdown. There's a lot of cars out there. And the cool thing is, some of these guys have been around at these awards forever. Not enough people that own the shops thank the owner of the car. This is, you wait for that phone call from the customer. All these cars started as a thought, a dream, a process. And what they want is they find that builder, they find the shop, they find the dream. What we have up here is their 5 best dreams in the country right now. So we're going to start down here at this end. We have Steve and Dawn Smith. Steve Smith out of Manchester. What's their from? Maryland. There's a 58 Corvette that is beautiful. I see these cars on here at the SEMA show. And they also won one of the Goodguys Gold Awards. They had a crowd around all weekend at SEMA. So tell us a little bit about your Corvette.
It was 3 years ago. It was a nice car. It wasn't what I wanted. It was a nice car. It was innovations. For a couple of minor changes, we ended up with this. Bill Wilson.
That's the way it always starts. It's simple. We just need a break kick, and then here we have one of the best Corvettes in the world.
It started out with his career. We ended up with a complete custom build.
Dream Custom is what that's called. Dream Custom.
Couldn't be happy with a one-stop shop that we everything in-house. Travis, Troy, just great guys that do everything for the shop.
Cool, so we'll talk to you two of the builders. Right. Say his name.
Troy Spackman, Travis Quinn.
And is there anything you would like to add to what this gentleman said about the car? Thank you. Any things that you can underneath that we can't see because there's no cameras underneath or whatever?
No, Steve said pretty well. The car came in for real minor repairs, basically, and they were better than treating customers. They let us run wild, gave us a lot of latitude. Detroit Speed supplied us a lot of all the suspension stuff to make our own tube chassis for the car. There was nothing on the market quite like what we wanted to build for the car and what Steve wanted to do with it. So all in all, I think seeing it is the best way to describe what we've put together. And like I said, they're awesome customers.
Anything you'd like to add to that?
Having customers like Steve and Dawn are great.
Take it to Dawn.
Yes, I'm Dawn.
Note to self, always introduce your wife. Always. Is there anything you would like to add? What did you help in the phone car?
I helped with some color choices. The mechanics were definitely up to these guys, but I like them pretty and shiny, so that was my request.
Here it is. Well, you did very good. I built a car for my wife, and she had me build a purple Corvette. So you have a copper Corvette, and it is absolutely beautiful, guys. Congratulations on being in the top 5. And we're coming down here next. And as I said, these cars autocrossed. They had to run 2 laps. Speed did not count. But since I'm the announcer, I'm going to tell you all, this was the fastest car out of all the competitors. But they kind of had a bonus. They had Mr. Kyle Tucker, Mr. Pro Tour himself right here. And Angelo Vespi owns this car. And I've heard about this car for quite a while, and it's awesome to see this thing out in the daylight. Would you like to, first, you are Kyle Tucker from Detroit Speed. Would you give us a little bit of information about the car?
Yeah, it was great to work with Angelo and his family. His 2 sons and his wife's here enjoying the whole weekend. But it was really neat to be able to work with him from the concept coming in the shop to all the way through. You can see that it's the PPG Audi flat white, and Ted's sitting out there, which you know, Tim, it's a challenge to pull something like this off. And Aaron's here that did all the fab work and assembly on it. They're a great group of guys, and we've got the best in the business working on it, and it was really cool to put together.
And that's exactly right. A lot of these people that come to these shows and they look at these cars done and they don't understand the work that goes into these things. Everybody thinks satin paint. Oh, it's easy. You paint it, you're done with it. No, if it's shiny, you can cut and rub it, sand the runs, the dirt, all that stuff out. You got one shot with this satin stuff, and it is not easy. If you get something on it and you rub on it, it shines back up, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was tough, with the stripes and then putting that under the clear and North Carolina humidity. It was a challenge, but Ted and Michael pulled it off, and like I said, they're great guys, and came out really neat. Aaron worked with them, and Eric to wire it, and team effort like all these cars. But they're a challenge. You get to know their personalities. The closer they get to starting these cars, you kind of get their personalities, and it was a fighter, but it was worth it.
So you were Angelo.
Yes, I am.
When was the first time you seen this? I heard a story about this the other day. When you seen it finally complete, it was here on the grounds, wasn't it?
Thursday at around 3 o'clock.
Do you have any kids?
2 boys.
Was this just as big an event as that day? Careful.
Almost.
You can say I have no opinion.
I have no opinion on that subject.
So tell us a little about the thought process of everything when you planned putting this car together and when you contacted Detroit Speed to build your dream car.
The thought was, when I was about 12 years old, I always saw a movie, knew I wanted a 69 Camaro, had the chance to do it. I contacted Kyle 5 or so years ago, and initially I bought all my parts to him, had my car at another shop, got a bad idea with him, called Kyle, asked him if he had any space. He did, told him to come by and pick it up really quick. He did, and he got me hooked up with Eric Bachmeyer, and was talking to him, and that's how we came up with the concept.
So whose idea was it actually to do the satin paint?
It was mine. I think they were all wanting me to choose it. Initially, we were going black, and after seeing what Aaron had done with all the fab work, I thought it would have been a shame to hide all of that. So I wanted something to highlight everything that was done on the car, and came up with the white and the black, and it looked amazing.
I think it's amazing, and I would love to listen to the conversation. No, it's going to be satin. No, it's going to be shiny. No, it's going to be satin. So anything else you guys would like to add in closing here?
Again, just all the people we usually work with, from Bear brakes that are on it, and a big massive supercharged engine. It runs great. It's fun to drive. Aaron and I put a few miles on it the other night, and it's fun to drive. I'm looking forward to Angelo taking it over.
Didn't you actually knock a cone over the other day out there?
That was today, I think. I don't know about yesterday.
I was thinking that because I was worried that it was going to make a shiny spot on it.
Ted was watching really close, so I was good behavior.
Hey Ted, that's called job security. So thanks again. Congratulations on being in the top 5. This is a whole lot of people right here. You need some glasses on, sir. You're the only one without any. So we have Becky and Dom Farbo here, and a couple guys that seems to be new to the hot rod industry. Who are you guys, the Ring Brothers?
Yeah, I'm Mike.
I'm Jim. Wow, okay. I'm going to take this time to announce this is the last street machine they are building. They're fully going into the Winnebago business. From this point on, if you haven't seen the Winnebago, sorry for bringing that up, but it's pretty crazy. So here we got Dom Farbo, the car owner. We'll get back back to the Ring Brothers here in a minute. How are you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing great. It's a real honor to be here.
We actually met you the first time. Of course, it was debuted at SEMA. A lot of people take the time to debut their car at the SEMA show. The Ring Brothers always bring one or two awesome projects out there. Seen it at SEMA, and it won something out of SEMA, didn't it?
No, it did not. Didn't win nothing.
Sorry for bringing that up. But we've seen you at the Indianapolis Goodguys, and you were out there abusing it even before you had to for this event on the autocross. Major props right out of the box right there. Ring Brothers weren't there making you do it. You and your wife just having a blast. And you're actually in one of the finalists for the Muscle Machine of the Year also, aren't you?
That's correct. Just got out there, wanted to see what the car would do, and I had a couple issues the first day, but we got them fixed, and went out the second day and had a blast.
And where is your wife? She was the one I was going to interview. Oh, she's right there. Just sneaking up on me. I thought there was 3 kids standing right here. Hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm Becky.
That's all? What was the thought process when you guys wanted to build this Mustang?
Well, it was something that I knew he wanted to do for a really long time, but we never ever imagined that it was going to be the experience that it turned out to be with the rings. It was just, every single minute was just fun. From the day we started, that we met him in Wisconsin and saw the cows, and all the way to SEMA when we debuted up until today. It's just, they're just amazing, amazing people.
Note to all car builders, put cows at your shop. Cows are a key word, I guess. And what is your name?
Ellery,
And what did you help with on the car?
the gas tank.
And what is your name?
Kenzie,
And what did you do on the car?
gas tank.
I guess the gas tank's handled. So we're going to talk with the Ring Brothers here. Tell us a little about the thought process when you planned the build and what you were going to do with this hot rod.
I'm not a speaker. I can go leave at the gym.
He says he's the looks of the brothers.
You know, actually, I got a call from Dominic and Becky, and they wanted to build a Mustang. And they actually wanted to build a purple Mustang. And
I hear all the cool kids have purple cars.
so they come out and met with us, and we ate some cheese curds and talked about their car that we were going to build for them. And
Wisconsin, cheese curds and cows. Carry on.
we just got to know both of them really well and come up with a game plan and just build them a fun car. You know, the BASF white is what we ended up with. We couldn't do the purple. We talked them out of that. We've got a lot of help from Detroit Speed and Flowmaster. A lot of great companies involved with this car, and it was good. I'll tell you, these people here are some of the best, so I appreciate them coming to us.
And that's what a lot of people don't realize in this. It is a relationship, both with your customer. I actually won't build a car for somebody that I don't like. And you are with these people a lot, the phone calls, the design, everything. It's like building a brand new house. So you want to enjoy the process, and you want to build a dream for somebody that's going to appreciate your craftsmanship and enjoy the whole process, because here you are at the show and you're hanging out and stuff too. So it's an unbelievable experience of somebody that's never been a part of this.
At the end of the day, it's the friendship, and the cars obviously mean a lot, but it's the friendships that you get in this whole industry, and everybody here knows that. I mean, we all love cars, but it's the people we get the opportunity to meet in this business. It's pretty amazing. So.
Fully agree. Anybody else have anything to add?
Enjoy the Winnebago tonight over at the hotel.
I was there one night. I would be very careful. You might want to go early in the evening and leave the children home. Thanks again. Congratulations on being the top 5, and good luck. Are we being too long yet? Is anybody hungry? Order a pizza. Hello, boys. How are we? We have here a 67 Nova, and it's just said Miranda built on the car all weekend, and it's
Steve Tornari.
Hey, I couldn't read that. Words confuse me. This thing is an awesome little piece of machinery. Give us a little bit of insight on this car.
It's a 67 twin turbo Nova. It's an SP2 small block that's got precision 62 millimeter turbos. We originally built the car, I don't think, to really do this.
Are you the builder, or is the owner here? You guys both the builders. Okay, we'll get to you then.
We didn't have the idea to do all this to the car when we first met and spoke at a car show, a small car show by my house, and there was just, kind of a little plan, and we trailered the car over, and we started getting into it. It's kind of what we ended up with.
Another dream customer. So you are the car owner.
Yes, I am.
Tell us a little about the thought process and what you wanted to build for your dream car. I know you guys debuted this at Detroit, made a grade 8, and I don't want to encourage this type of tomfoolery, but I did happen to see some videos last week of this thing actually shaking it down. The front clip was off, and I'm just going to say it was probably on a closed course race course, that it might have been filmed at going like 100 miles an hour, or is the customer not aware of this at this time?
He knows all about it.
Say that again, sir.
Around 140.
Touche.
We didn't even take it out of third gear.
So is the next stop the Salt Flats?
We're thinking about it. We're considering it.
That would be cool.
Absolutely.
So anything else you would like to add to that? I know you guys autocross this thing, as of everybody else here. Everything performed flawlessly out there.
Yeah, it was awesome. I've had this car for 31 years, and it's been my dream car, and these guys have brought it from dreams to reality. It's something that's just unbelievable that they built for me. All my ideas, everything that I could imagine. I would tell them I wanted to build it, they'd look at me like I was crazy, and then they would build it.
And that truly shows a talent in a shop and the craftsmanship, because there's a lot of people that go to different shops with the dream and the builders can't do it. Not everybody can build what's up here by far. As I said, this is the best cars on the planet here this weekend.
Special thanks to my crew, Tim Allen, Seth Patton, to put their hearts into this car. It means a lot to me. Thanks, guys.
I think there's going to be hugs later.
Yeah.
Hugs all around.
Yeah, I want a hug.
And my wife and my daughter come with me to every show. They're here today, Tammy and Kayla. My other children are at home. They go with me through the entire process, and they support me all the time. And long time, long build.
Do they still like the car, or are they a little jealous of the attention that it is getting?
They love the car.
That's pretty awesome.
Yes. Together, even better.
That's cool. Anything else you guys would like to add before we move on to the last contestant?
One person I forgot, Jeremy Carlson, extreme performance of the interior in this car. I'm sorry, man.
He's giving you a dirty look over there, wasn't he?
No, he's all right.
Again, if some of you people have not had time to check these cars out, they will be up here at the end of this ceremony. Please come up and check them out. Top-notch cars. Congratulations again, and good luck to you. Okay, I know, do we have a translator in the house? I said this earlier when he was on the autocross. It might be hard to understand this guy because he's Canadian. It's funny, but you can speak French too all the whole time here, couldn't we? J.F. Lanier, where are you from?
British Columbia, Canada.
Is that a word you just made up?
Yeah, it is.
JF has been around the hot rod world for many, many years, like many of these other people up here in the top 5. Again, best cars on the planet here this weekend. Tell us a little bit about what this taxi cab is behind you.
6 years ago, I showed up here, and I had an old station wagon I'd sort of cut apart and made a concept car out of. We thought it would be pretty good at autocross, took a couple laps out there, and I just absolutely fell in love with the idea. I thought I'd be here 3 years later with this little Goodguy idea, and it took a little longer to finish it. We pushed some boundaries that I had never pushed before building the car, so a lot of that stuff took a lot of extra time.
I'm going to add something because JF, he talks a lot, but he seems to be a little shy and a little nervous up here. This car, first car in over 30 years, that won the Riddler, that it was not a shop building for a customer. This is the owner's car of the owner's shop and his guys. What, 6 years?
6 years, yeah, 20,000 hours.
You can't even count that high. But is that metric system 20,000 hours, or is that American?
If you convert it to American, it gets worse.
And don't you supposed to drive on the other side of the car up there?
That's right, you do.
But he won the Riddler. If you guys don't know what the Riddler is, they debut it, they hide it, they're secretive. They go around these cars. Sometimes I think these judges they hate everybody because they nitpick, they white glove, they dentist mirror them, they spotlight them and everything. And this car was in the grade 8, and this car ended up winning the Riddler Award.
Yeah, that was quite an honor. It was something that was a personal goal. I couldn't find a customer to come with me for the journey, unfortunately.
hopefully next time we can make somebody else's dream come true also.
Well, I've known you for a while, so this is your dream coming true right behind you. And I'm going to repeat when I called him and congratulated him on the Riddler Award, he's looking at me like, really? I says, hey dude, you don't have the best car in the world, you just have the best car that showed up there that weekend.
True story. There's a lot of great cars in the whole industry. I believe a lot of the cars that could compete at that level sometimes just go to a different venue, and that's what makes the industry so interesting, really.
And that's what's cool. Again, autocross, Riddler car, never seen that happen. So tell us a little bit about what's going on in the back here. I remember when I asked you, why did you do that? And you says, because I can. That's what you can do because it is your car and it's your dream and it's your hands and you're talented dudes. A lot of after-hours volunteer labor in this car. And it is crazy and amazing, top to bottom. So tell us a little about the technical stuff of what's going on everywhere.
If you cut the top of my head off and look for a 64 Riviera, this is probably what would come out. It's started life as a 64 Riviera. I shortened it 1.5 feet. Incorporated a roof off a 71 boat tail Riviera. I tried to keep the family of the car the same. Once some of the metal work started to happen, the car needed a bit of shape in the horizontal department. We put a big set of hips on it, and it forced us to hand build the fenders also. It's a car that I'd like to believe might be a believable custom. I build mostly custom cars where I move sheet metal around, and this is my interpretation of the Street Machine, and it turns into a custom.
Oh, and it's got like a couple turbos at the back of the vehicle. The motor's up here. Hand built, absolutely everything. One-off wheels. Just crazy amounts of work in this thing.
That's all the fun shit. And yes.
You can't say that word.
It's kind of Canadian. When we were in the autocross course, it just all sort of magically came together on Friday. It was just like, this is what it's supposed to do. It was supposed to be out there when it got sort of made up in my head. That's what I wanted to do with it. I wanted to drive it hard, and unfortunately, we got limited by 2 laps because I wanted to do it all day long.
Well, you did have the loudest crowd of approval out there of the Street Machine of the Year contenders. He showed up with a helmet on. That's how serious he was. And he was pitching it sideways and sliding it. There was about 4 guys really hammering it down and sliding it around, much to the approval. Some of the good guys that charge the autocross, when they first started doing this, things kept breaking. Well, now people know that's a requirement. So congrats again to all. Congrats on being in the top 5. I'm getting the, come on, let's get this going. So, again, congratulations to all of you guys for bringing your cars here at Columbus, Ohio. Best hot dog in the planet for this weekend. And we are going to talk to Jimmy Day from Optima Batteries.
Thanks, Tim. These cars, it's a really diverse field this year. It's really nice not to see a row of, first generation Camaros or all Mustangs or anything like that. We have a very diverse field. And there's something about each and every one of these cars that I like a lot. So if any of them like to go home with me, it'd be okay. Any one of them is okay. The best thing about it, though, and I said it earlier, is that I don't have to be the one to choose. But on behalf of Optima Batteries, I would be happy to tell who the winner is going to be.
I don't think this has been said enough. This was not decided by us. No. This was a team of people, many people in here going over these cars. They were locked in the building. They've seen it. They autocrossed it. Outside, indoors, they were locked in here by themselves for an hour yesterday as everybody went over these cars. So don't shoot the messengers.
Well, I'm really surprised that it only took them an hour because I saw the whole group out on the autocross course and it would not have taken me, I would have taken a lot longer than an hour. So without further ado, the winner of the Optima Batteries Street Machine of the Year is Steve Tornari with the 67 Chevy Nova. Steve, congratulations.
Okay, we just gave the microphone back and said run down there and get an interview. Quick reaction, guys. What do you think?
Holy crap. We did it. I never thought we'd be here right now.
Anybody else?
Top this thing out when we get home.
Well, what's your choice? What's going on in your mind right now?
Amazing. such a prestigious award. I got to thank my team. These guys are fabulous. They're unbelievable what they've done to this car. It's all electronic. I can start the car from my cell phone. I can turn the lights on, as they've been doing, flashing the crowd over here. Raise it up, turn the doors. It's just off the hook. Amazing car. And it's made to drive. The one thing I told him at the very beginning, he's got to run on pump gas, and we'll drive it.
They'll take it to the cruise from California to Texas.
Yes.
Poteet paves the way.
Amen.
Let's do fun.
Where is
Yeah.
It doesn't this go on the cruise to Texas?
Yes, our good friend George Poteet, winner of last year's Street Machine of the Year, has offered to pay the fees, the entry fees for the winners of the Street Run of the Year and the winners of the Street Machine of the Year to go on the Goodguy Hall of Fame Road Tour, which is, when is it, September?
In September.
It's the end of September, so let's give a big round of applause for George Poteet for stepping up and getting these cars on the road. And he gets invited to the Optima Ultima Streetcar Invitational this fall in Las Vegas. So these cars will be busy, and the invitation is thrown down by George Poteet. And if they want to come along on the Goodguy Hall of Fame Road Tour, I know there's just a couple spots left. A spectacular tour. I believe it's 2,400 miles from California over to Nebraska and then down to Texas for the Goodguy Lone Star Nationals. Last year we had 50 cars, and they were some of the best in the nation. So if you want to see these cars, stay tuned to the Goodguy's website. You might just see them on the road this fall for the Goodguy's Texas Hall of Fame Road Tour.